Welcome into episode 214. Believe it or not, we are going to talk a little bit about the 26 model year Bronco Sport, and Ranger. The order banks opened up this last week. Done videos on them, but I'm going to give you my thoughts on some of the changes and everything else in today's video. But before we get into that, we will cover recap on scheduling, some couple different news and new products that have come out, and recalls before we get into that. But before we even get into that, we're going to say, how's everybody doing?
Yeah.
How was your weekend, Sarah?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Busy.
Birthday party.
A lot going on.
Traveled back from
Rebel Rally.
From Rebel Rally with three, or you maybe had a little more sleep than I did. 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and yeah. I
got about 5, 6.
Yeah. So anyway, but that was fun. So went to
Yeah.
Rebel Rally last week. I got a chance to hang out with them for the finish line, and that was fun.
Yeah.
But then I had Will's birthday party Sunday. I was there too.
Yeah.
So.
And then after the birthday party, we did family pictures. I got a couple of headshots.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
Keep an eye out for that.
Jeff took those, right?
Yes, he did.
Our very own Shutter Duck.
Yep.
Photography. Anyway, what we were talking about, we probably need to have ours done. It's been a while, so I don't think your mom and I have had ours done since some of you guys left, or we did family ones. So might be good to just get some just to her and I.
Yeah.
So anyway, cool stuff.
We should do team photos.
Team photos?
Yeah.
What do you mean team photos?
You, me, Jeff, team photos.
Oh, yeah. Internet department.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before we get into all that, though, don't forget, we are on here. We are on YouTube. So if you're listening to this, this is going to be streamed as a podcast at some point. We'll upload that tonight. So you can find that on Spotify if you're on YouTube. But if you're over on Spotify and you catch our podcast, we're over on YouTube. We record this live on YouTube as a live stream. So you can check that out. A link will be in the description for this particular video or live stream, as well as links to some of our favorite YouTube channels as well down there. So, yeah. Now, if you're new to our YouTube channel, there's someone in there, I think, that commented that I don't think I know if I've seen them in there or not, but make sure, let me find it here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get notified on all of our videos, because we do a lot of these fun videos. And then also we do have membership. Just hit that join button there and learn a little bit. There's 2 different tier levels for our members, so you can check those out. Each one of them, click on them, tells you a little bit about it. And you can just hit that join right there on whichever one you want to join. Now, if you were a member on one, hit that membership tab, and you can hit that upgrade if you want to switch to the other one. We're having a lot of fun on that coffee time tier. Feel free to do that and upgrade that if you'd like as well right there. And then all of our membership content will be under the membership tab. Plus, if you have your notification bells turned on, members will get those notified to them when those go live. So some of the other membership content you get with any of our membership tier levels, not just a coffee time tier. We do a lot walk most Thursdays afternoon. So I'll go and I'll walk the lot so you guys can see what a dealership's inventory kind of looks like. Couple times on each one when I'm getting between inventory sections. We'll do a talk with Tim. You're seeing that right there. And then on Fridays, we do a member live where we kind of talk. You can see Sarah and I, it looks like this, but also we bring our members in here as well into that. And we didn't get a chance to do that last week because we were traveling. So we look forward to doing that. And then, of course, member shout outs on our live stream as well.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so there you go. There's all that fun stuff right there going on, and it should drop off in a second. Oh, coffee time members, they get a coffee time with Tim. So almost every morning, I'll come into the work and we'll do a little chat, talk, and it's more personal stuff too. So coffee time members did get some stuff from our last trip, some other stuff when I was in Vegas, some of that stuff highlighting some things there. Anyway, so they kind of get more insights. I always say a coffee time tier is if you want to learn more about me personally and that kind of thing, that's the tier that you want to be on if you want a little bit more information there than just the dealership and everything else like that. So, all right, that's that. And yes, make sure you guys are following the different channels that we subscribe to. I thought about seeing if Dave wanted to join in
Oh yeah.
tonight, but we'll see. I don't know if he's in here. We might have him jump in. But
Well, and if you're following
anyway.
my channel, my episode with Emily Miller on YouTube got disrupted, so it is live.
Okay.
At this point.
All right. And I know you posted some stuff in there too and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we might have to start doing as I realized recently. I just realized like this weekend that you can collab with another YouTube channel. I saw that Dave did that with his All Train Nation and his podcast. I'm like, wait a minute. So both channels show up. So you can do collabs. So on a video that I have go live, we can collab. So that way, like if I do it, then those channels, I think the video
like
shows
when
up
we
on
did
both.
Rebel Rally.
Yeah.
We could have collabed.
Yeah. So, and I did that with the video went live today. The Bronco video on the base, I actually collabed with my Ford Video Guide channel because that's all about Bronco, a lot of it. So I figure, you know what? It's me. I mean, what I do is go above and beyond what any dealership would do in a way of what we're going to talk about tonight because I've deep dived some stuff. In fact, it's kind of funny because some order guide updates got done that came out recently, and it was things that I found and emailed the brand manager to confirm some things, and now they're on the new order guide. So it's like if all of them would just give me the order guide and AI, there's some of the stuff that AI wouldn't catch. I mean, I could throw this into AI, into ChatGPT and say, what's different between these two? And that does work for the most part, but there's still things in there that it can't dictate, like things that I know about the models that are unsaid and unwritten in there, right? That are like, wait a minute, this isn't in there. And it's not necessarily different, but it should be in there because I know these trim levels so well that, you know, I can find things like that's what I did on the on the Lightning was that way. So anyway, so we'll get into that stuff. So, all right. We need to do member shout outs. I don't know if you've had a chance to do that or not, but if not, I can go on a little bit. No.
So what did you think of the finish line?
It was fun. It was hectic. It was busy. But I
kept hearing this is not your typical finish line because this is the first time they've ever let family members or anyone else join. Typically, it's just the staff for Rebel.
Well, and also it's not a race. So when you see like that first person that came through, that's not necessarily the winner.
No.
And so that's not how they finish necessarily. It's that day they go out, they pull. I don't know how they dictate when you get to go out and when you get to leave the starting line, but you have a certain time you need to back across the finish line.
Yeah.
And especially when they do a marathon day like that had done for that. So they couldn't leave. They had to check in at a place at a certain time, not before that. And then they couldn't leave until their time. And then they had a certain time they had to be back through because some of them were stopped. And because of the big line, they were running to the finish line to have their clicker to go across to make sure that they cross under their time because they were there.
Yes.
And they couldn't cross the line because of the traffic that was there. But it was crazy. But it was like there were some things that like we had some expectations that we wanted to do and achieve, and that just kind of that just changed because when you get there and realize there's family, it's like, you know what, these ladies have been out away from their families, their spouses, their loved ones for 10 days, some of them, you know, and so a lot of them, it was emotional, you know, and I didn't want to get in the middle of that, right? That's more important than whatever we could do.
Yeah.
So,
I went to go get interviews with, I went to go talk to like Shelby, and her boyfriend was there the entire time. I was like, I feel like I'm intruding.
Yeah. Well, and even like we went and talked to Jill, right? That we've met at some journalist events, some embargoed events. And, you know, you kind of walk up, you know, the husband's come up, but then she like comes to us instead of him, was like, we didn't want that. Well, you know, that wasn't
I think that was I wanted to talk to Jill. So
she was the first one over that you were able to.
And I think like I felt bad because she kept talking to us. She's like, because journalist, she knows, you know, kind of, hey, she wants to talk to me, make that connection, whatnot. So she knows what that's like. And so she would come over, but I didn't want to do that to anyone else.
Yeah, because I had noticed her husband come up, because when I talked, I didn't know it was her husband. But when I mentioned that team number, and he was telling another person, hey, our wives are coming through. So I knew, but you hadn't heard that. And so you didn't know. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's her husband. Let him. It's like,
Yeah.
it was really awkward sometime, but then later just staying back a little bit and letting them come over. I think, having the connections with Brian and Melissa was big.
Yes.
Because a lot of them have trained with Melissa.
Yeah.
And they wanted to come over and say thanks at the end to her, and we were able to make some connections at that point.
Especially
like
with
Bailey,
the Fords.
Yep.
And then Brian, of course, got a drink list, grocery list for the finish line. So he was giving beers out. So they were all coming out over to thank him for that too. And so they would, we were able to catch him there.
Yeah, we were able to have a nice conversation with Bailey Campbell, and some of them, and then the Heritage Edition team. I can't remember what her name is, but her husband was super nice too, and he actually had watched my video the day before that I did on the Bronco.
I got to talk to Alana. We missed Amanda because we were talking to Bailey.
Yep, Amanda came through, and I wanted to catch her and say congrats and everything, but so we missed her, and she came. She was one of the last ones to leave the finish starting line, so she was one of the last ones to come in, and it was dark, I think, when she came in. So but anyway, but good stuff. All right, have you had a chance to check off some people, and we can do our shout outs for members?
I'm pretty sure I got most. So once I get through these, if I have not shouted you out, go ahead and say hi.
Yep.
I'm also trying to get questions on the way as well.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got all women driven merch.
Yeah.
If you go look at my Instagram, I've been posting it.
Okay.
All right. I have Brandon, member for 30 months. We have Space Tech, episode 214, Being Kind to the World. He's been a member for 18 months. We have Ridgeview, our wonderful moderator who helps us greet everyone in the chat and keeps our chat going for us. We have Ford Enthusiast. Hello, all. What is that? What is that name, Mahathi?
Is that Mike?
Yes. Mahatma.
I don't know.
M-A hat M-T. I don't know. Good evening, Ford family. Finally seeing fall weather here in East Tennessee. Hope everyone's having a good week. Welcome back to Miss Sarah.
I don't really want to see fall yet.
I do. Although I
want to see fall. I feel like it's going to go straight from summer weather to winter weather.
Yeah. It's already freezing overnight. We have to winterize our chicken coop this weekend.
Oh, I was planning on trying to get my camper winterized next Tuesday, so hopefully it holds off till then. I'll just run the heater.
All right, we got Steve Young. Hi, everyone. Y'all are changing your names. R. Quibo, 1951. Hello out there, all fantastic folks. Y'all are just trying to confuse me now.
Hey, new members.
All right, JB Mav. Evening, everyone. We have Ford Enthusiast. Bronco Sports are awesome. I have a Badlands Sasquatch that I got at a great price from McArthur. Check their website for deals. All right. Hello, Tim and Sarah from the great Northeast Pennsylvania. We have Bronco Rob. See, another one changed his.
I think that's right. He was Bronco Rob 3. I think so.
No, I remember a different one. Y'all changed it while we were gone. All right, we have Midcoast Maine, another week closer to 26. Blue Feather, it's a beautiful evening in Orange County, California, and looking forward to a great live stream. I hope everyone's doing fantastic. Is your soccer over at this point?
I don't know, but it's 5 o'clock there. I remember when I was in Vegas, I was like, man, this is early for a live stream.
Yep. All right. We have, when does 26 Bronco Sport ordering open?
It is open. is open.
All right. YouTube changed it. I didn't change anything. All right. So that must be a new thing with YouTube. It changed everyone's stuff. Rush 856. Pretty sure that's Rush Man. Good evening. Let's see.
Well, if I'm still Ford Video Guy.
Yeah, YouTube changed it. Mine too, Bronco Rob. So that's Mid Coast. Oh, Mid Coast Maine. And I almost didn't realize it. It's Mid Coast Maine. It used to be MDCTME.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
Did I miss something? What gives with the new handles? See? Okay, fine. I'm not the only one. Oh, see, Space Tech is Douglas Blair. Yep.
They reverted everybody's back, huh?
Yeah.
They changed them?
I guess. Oh, Mahathi says that was weird. That's a very old screen name. I will try to get it back to my GIM. So I wonder if you guys had registered as one name and now you changed it at some point and it's moving it back.
I don't know. Nothing I did.
Right? Got back. All right.
Okay.
Yes, my hair is pink. Technically it's rose gold, and I'm gonna keep it this color until Christmas.
My color's black and gray.
It fades. It fades really pretty, but right now I've kept it very vibrant. It faded really fast before Rebel Rally, so I re-dyed it in the hotel the morning of Rebel. I wanted it nice and bright.
Yep.
All right. Ford enthusiast, aka Anthony.
Okay.
See, he doesn't know where his dash HK1SN came from. All right, I'll do some digging at some point and see if I can figure out what's going on.
I don't know.
If you've posted a question, go ahead and repost it to make sure that I see it. I wasn't able to grab all of the questions, or at least I assume I didn't. So go ahead and drop those back in there and I'll grab them for later.
Yeah. All right. Okay. But YouTube has changed some things because, like I said, now we can collab with channels and everything. But all right, we're gonna jump on and keep going. Sounds like we got some people that are really excited about talking 26 Ranger Bronco Sport. So we'll get into that. We'll get through some of this other stuff and have some fun with that. So all right, so let's do a scheduling recap. Okay, so this one here. So we did a video on scheduling information earlier. So you can check that video out. We won't get into too much. We'll kind of break out and do this, but we'll kind of go over what's going on here on a couple models. So almost every model is scheduling this week. Expedition is not scheduling, and F-150 and F-150 Lightning are not scheduling. All the other models are scheduled. This will be the second week of scheduling for the allocations earned for October for those mostly December production dates. And so you're going to see those a lot of main commitment this week. So Mustang is that way. It's scheduling Bronco Sport, 25 model year Bronco Sport, not 26. 25 model year Bronco. I already mentioned last week on that Bronco. Not to forget that manual transmission with the Sasquatch isn't available on base, Big Bend, and Heritage Edition. So those will not schedule the rest of this model year. So if you have one of those orders, you're going to need to reorder a 26. Or try to find a 25 out there. Bronco Sport, go back. The standard wheel is not available right now, or the tire. It's a limited availability, so what you need to do is switch over to that optional wheel and tire, which is the wheel from the Black Diamond package. Mach-e, it is scheduling. This week is retail only. Explorer scheduling as well. Active trim is exhausted. Maverick is scheduling, although don't forget Marsh Gray isn't available. It's not going to be available this year. And also, if you have the dealer installed option of the box cover soft roll up or retractable, That is not available right now. Your order will not be selected for scheduling if you have that on there. And then Lariat version with the hybrid all-wheel drive is now available. So that wasn't available to schedule last week. It is available to schedule now. So those people with those orders should hopefully have some good luck this week. And then Ranger is balancing out scheduling as well. Super Duty is scheduling. Pretty much same notes. Oh, one big note is the Tremor off-road package is now available for scheduling on XLT and Lariat versions without that Lariat Ultimate or Lariat Platinum package. So they can be ordered before. Now, some of them you could order them if you had the diesel engine, but they wouldn't be selected for scheduling until now. So now you can go in and you could put those orders in. And limited availability for King Ranch, the F450s, Lariat Premium package, the pickup box delete, the 7.3 liter gas engine with the torque shift G transmission. That's your Tremor. That's your 7.3 with the Tremor. And then XLT with the bucket seats. So there you go. And then the 26 Transit is scheduling as well. So there you go. All right. I don't know if there's any questions about that. A lot of them will just, if you have questions on that, usually you guys just drop them in the videos, and I usually will get to them over there. So, all right. Okay. Anything pertaining to that yet?
Not really.
Okay. We're going to go into dealer news updates. All right, let's talk about some order guide updates. So last week, since I was traveling, I didn't really go through order guide updates. So we have some that happened at the beginning of the month of October that I missed. And so first off, they updated the order guide for the 2026 Explorer. The only thing they did was they added the discount package. So that's on the first page. So there's a couple of them that you could get a discount code or discount package if you ordered that. Expedition, though, they did do some updates. Actually, they did some updates on Maverick too. Now, I did actually cover this on the Maverick Monday video yesterday. So what they did is they made sure that everybody knew that the engine block heater is not available for the 2.0 EcoBoost engine right now. So they made note of that on the XL and XLT pages. And then on the Lobo page and the Lariat page, they made sure that they knew that it was going to get the rear seat flip down armrest with the cup holders that they took away from the XLT. So this happens a lot when order guides change and you have a change, because like a lot of these pages like this in here, in fact, like the order guide will actually tell you at the top of this is a Lariat standard equipment page. It'll tell you at the top that it includes everything from XLT plus this content. So anything might be different or new on that page from the XLT. So if you know the XLT, here are the changes. Well, when they make a change to the previous one that's based off of, that's where you get a little glitch and and that's exactly what happened with F-150 Lightning as well, that they did that on, and F-150 they did that on, and they have to fix F-150 too at some point. They will, but that's what they did on these, is they had to add the rear cup holders armrest because they didn't think about it, because last year that was part of the XLT, so that wouldn't have been on the Lariat and then Lobo page. They didn't think about having to update it. So when they take something away like that from a previous one, they don't think about making sure they add it to the next one. So there you go. If they just send it to me, I would catch that stuff for them. But anyway, and then on Expedition, some of those changes actually, sometimes they'll actually tell you what they changed on the order guide. I don't have to go searching for it. But on this one here, they added, they put details for they revised the details for the 50-state emission system and the non-California emissions for the EcoBoost engine. Also, they revised the standard running board description to the running boards to be fixed black and locations where it is. Also, they revised the standard Tremor front seats description to heated, cooled front row seating, 10-way power driver with memory. And they revised the Tremor safety security section. So now it says perimeter alarm includes security lock passive anti-theft system standard on all series. And they also revised the black painted roof 90A and off-road underbody shield 51A are not available together on Platinum and King Ranch. So, because the underbody shield has a lot to do with the roof being black.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff I'm like, I think what it is that sometimes I think I figured out on some of these is both of those are accessories. So they have to go off site.
Mm.
But you get a black painted roof, it goes to a different offsite facility,
Okay.
right? That's my assumption is that you got to go paint the black roof and go paint it, and then it goes over here. So they
Yeah.
just don't know, and maybe they can't communicate enough to go, okay, when you're done with the black painted roof, it needs to go over and get this. I don't know. I guess that's my assumption on that, but I could be totally wrong. All right, and the 26 Mustang, they did an update to it as well. They revised the description of the seatbelt to be red, seatbelt red to seatbelt race red. So you want to make sure what color you're getting on that. They also revised the Pennsylvania added as a California emission state to the 50 state emissions for the EcoBoost, the 2.3 EcoBoost, and the details for the 50 state emission system and federal non-California emissions to the EcoBoost engine. And they revised the floor mats first row carpeted black on EcoBoost, EcoBoost Premium GT, and GT Premium are mandatory. So so there's that. And then on the Lightning. So the Lightning, this is what's fun. So on the Lightning changes, these are all changes that I enlightened them to. Remember, I don't know if you remember, I was like having issues. I'm like, okay, so I don't understand this because what are the door handles to this and some other things. So I had emailed the brand manager and said, hey, can you answer these questions for me? And so they said, oh, yeah. And those are good catch. We'll get that update on the order guide. So those are the updates that the Ford video guy found.
Right.
When he went through the order guide, all of them. So they removed the fleet only to the Pro. Pro is not fleet only. So I had asked them about that because I noticed it was fleet only, but then there was some fleet only option section. I'm like, wait a minute, if it's fleet only, then they would all be fleet only options. Yeah. And so then they're like, oh yeah, it is going to be available for retail. It's not going to be just a fleet only. Also, they on the Flash phone as a key package. What they had in the order guide before was that it was going to get the keyless entry keypad, the body color door handles, and the intelligent access. And that is not correct. You only get this upgrade, the keyless entry keypad, because you already get body color door handles and intelligent access as standard equipment. So they updated that as well. And they also added the Ford Connectivity Package one-time purchase to the Pro version, which, so now my video is wrong, but oh well. And then, yeah. And then on that, like I said, the Flash page, they added standard equipment that the door handles are body colored, not molded in color, like I had noticed. And then also they added the intelligent access. They call it driver passenger front door PEPS, PEPS, but it's basically intelligent access. So, and then, yeah. And then I don't know what is different on the Lariat and Platinum pages. I actually didn't find anything on that on either one of them, but yet those pages are updated and different. So anytime they print, they'll say there's changes to the order guide. They'll actually like print out these are the pages that change something on it, but they don't always tell you. But I couldn't find what they did on those. So, all right. Any questions yet? Because I got a couple things from Ford's website, fromtheroad.ford.com.
Okay.
And so I thought I'd pull those up and maybe kind of go over those because there's a couple new packages since the last time.
When is Ford going to release their 26 model website?
Okay, yeah, we'll get into that. Bronco's up, and Bronco Sport and Bronco Sport and Ranger.
Okay.
So there's not up yet.
Are you going to show them how to find it once? Because are they hiding it again?
Talking about for our website or theirs?
Theirs.
Yeah, I don't know. When they update it, they'll update it. Now on ours, it was on our website. I just didn't have it in the drop down, but now it's on the drop down on our website.
So if you would like to go look at a build and price, we have one at the McArthur website that you can go check out. Mm-hmm. If Ford doesn't have theirs up, go ahead and go over to ours and check it out. They follow the order guide. They do pretty good, and Tim checks it over and makes sure that it's all correct. Yeah, so here's ours. Let me share this. At least someone lets you read over their stuff, take corrections.
Oh yeah, right. So on ours, we do have it now. I fixed this today, but ours is actually this is actually what it was before I made the change. But let me refresh the page. There we go. So now on our website, we do have it. If you were looking for it on our website, there's 26 Bronco Sport, and 26 Ranger. So it's down on the drop down, but when we do update it is on the main page as well. In fact, right now they have, oh, good, they took that off. So they removed the 25 on these. They had both of them on there earlier today, but I asked them to remove it. So so there you go. So, and Ranger as well. Looks like they removed it too. So which is good. So actually, you guys can't see that, but there you go. So this is the page right there. So, and then on Ford's website, and we'll actually pull up Ford's website when we get to Bronco. But on Ford's website, when you go to these like Bronco Sport, if you're looking at Bronco Sport, it says 25 right here is what you want to look for. That build and price is for 25, and there's nothing about 26. So, and to compare Bronco, which does have it, you'll see 25s right here, build-in prices for the 25, but there's the 26 link. So when you click on it, right, then you can go to the build-in price for 26 model. And to know you're on the right model, it'll say it right here, and then you can build it out. So in fact, we're just going to leave that up because we're going to come back to this, and we're going to actually mess around with Ford's website. So they do have build-in price up. The other ones, I've been told that on a lot of the models that I've been told they're not going to have them up on build and price until production starts. So that's the way, like Maverick, I actually talked to him yesterday.
Okay.
The brand manager for Maverick, and he said that theirs should be up very soon.
Okay.
So probably within about a week or so, their build and price will be up. So
right.
They're waiting till they get close to, like, they do what they call mass production 1, and then there's mass production 2 at the plant. And mass production 1 is them building 26s, but it's not ones that will be in anybody's driveway.
Okay.
So, right. And so they're basically practicing with those vehicles. So what they'll do is they'll have, right now they're building 26s along with 25s at the plant. Right. And so once they're completed and they think everything's good, that's when they'll turn on the build a price. That's what I've been told. That's why I was really surprised Bronco was up, because all the other models have been waiting. I heard F-150 will be up on their website too real soon. He told me that, F-150 did come up online last week. So that's what it was. Bronco and F-150 was last week. So it went live. So there's that. But on Bronco, there are some errors. And we'll kind of talk about that. There are some errors on there that they're fixing and working on. In fact, they might be fixed now. But last week when I did my video, like the wheels aren't right on some of them on the Sasquatch, because they did change the Sasquatch wheel just a little bit.
Yep.
But anyway, so we'll just have to wait and see when they show up. But there you go. All right. But before we get into that, let's cover this here. Share this one and bring that back up. So a couple different highlights, a couple different products that are coming on, that are becoming available here real soon. And this in here is the drift ready from the factory inside the development of the 26 Mustang RTR. So they are going to have a factory built RTR, and this is Von Gittin Jr. and everything. But so there's some of that. So they're going to make a production RTR. So it'll be available to be, basically you order it. It's kind of like they do with the Ford Custom Garage. Okay. So you basically you order the vehicle, it gets drop shipped at RTR, or at Fox. Actually, I think Fox is doing it, and then they put it on there. So there you go. So we've been able to put, as dealers, we've been able to put RTR packages on the vehicles, and RTR will do them as well. Yeah. Now it's just going to be done there, and they've worked with Fox, and now they have a system. Anyway, so they kind of did a little article here kind of talking about it. Not sure when this will be available to order that way, but from what I understand, it looks like this is just a conversation between Vaughn and someone else, but they kind of talked about some of the things. In fact, I think down here, there is all the things that you get on the RTR package. Actually, I asked you to visit Ford.com. I wonder if it's on Ford.com yet. We'll have to see. I haven't tried to see if it's in the order bank yet, to see if that's available. But there you go. What's new to the RTR package? So it kind of goes through and it says visit Ford.com. We'll look in just a second and see if that's what's the case. So we do have, it says we do have a GT front fascia, the RTR signature lit nostrils, the grille with the RTR badge, the tarnished, a lot of, I mean, this is pretty cool stuff that they've been doing on their builds
Yeah.
for a while, right? The 19-inch wheels, the Hyper Lime brake calipers, the Hyper Lime appearance package with the Hyper Lime brake calipers, unique Hyper Lime graphics, RTR deck lid and fender badges, the signature tarnished dark anodized hood, rocker, and rear quarter graphics, um, the um, the raised spoiler, avalanche gray paint is also available. So, and then inside you'll get the Hyperlime stitching and everything. So a bunch of stuff there. I won't go through all that necessarily. You guys can all read it. But then the performance upgrades is what's really what you're getting on RTR is the adjustable strut alignment bracket, the stable front and rear stabilizer bar. So from the Dark Horse rear subframe and stiffer rate bushings. I mean, so he really wants this to be. He didn't want this to come to market until it was. This was it. This was
Yeah.
what it should be like. And from what I understand, these are going to be based off of the 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine, but with all the performance from the Dark Horse and the GTs. So right, and so it's going to be the thing is going to be race ready. So anyway, so there you go. But there's that. So I wonder if it is on Ford.com. It says here, coming soon, exclusive Mustang RTR Fastback. So, yeah, in fact, do we have the 26 building price for Mustang? I thought we did. 26 Mustang building price. So, I believe it's going to be available on the EcoBoost. It's not there. Nope, don't see it yet, but there you go. Anyway, so coming soon, we don't know, probably job 2, that kind of thing, but there you go. So, all right. And then also, speaking of other fun things there. Oops. Going back 2 page. Pull this up. There is a mach-e that was revealed recently. Order bank opens for the mach-e tomorrow, but they do have, let me share this. Oh, I totally didn't realize I got rid of it altogether. There you go. So there is going to be a California special for the mach-e for this year. So based on the GT, you can kind of see it there. It has the rave red. Some of the things that we did see from the I think it was the 24 Mustang, or maybe it was the 25 California special. So some of those, that rave red, the rave blue. So it does have this here where you can, looks like all they did was take out the shadows on that picture. But anyway, so pretty cool. Talking about that, back in the day, back in the 60s, most of the California dealers were responsible for a large portion of the Mustang. So they wanted to commemorate that by a California special. So that's how that was kind of created in 1968. Kind of talks about that there, but it kind of shows you the different wheels and the different graphics and everything else. You can see the hood graphic with that blue stripe down it, rave blue. Looks pretty cool. And then there's a little spot on the wheel that has it as well. So this wheel reminds me of the California Route 1. So some of you remember that on the mach-e a couple years ago, we had a California Route 1 that looks like it's the same wheel as that California Route 1. So you get that carbonized gray wheel with the printed GTCS logo on it. And then you do have the emblem on the front grille that's illuminated. So pretty cool there. And then the hood graphic as well on there. And then inside looks really cool too. You can see the nice leather and suede seats, it looks like, with the blue in there. That'll be fun to try to capture in pictures.
Yeah.
We always struggle with those blue colors, getting good pictures of those. But yeah, that's going to be available. And it is saying in here that the base price for the GT will be $53,395. That was the same price as Jeff's Select.
Yeah.
Just 2 years ago. That's how much the price has come down. The package for this California special will be $2,500. But they will start if you're looking at a select. I think this is supposed to say standard range. So be available to order October 22nd with the standard range starting at $37,795. And then they're going to basically start production in January on those. But there's that. So pretty cool there. So anyway, there's a couple of things that were revealed there. Also, there is a $1,000 rebate now for military and first responders that came out too. And that'll be eligible for Ford vehicles now until November 19th. So they're basically doubling the rebate. Instead of $500, you get $1,000 off for Ford military and first responders. You do have to go to fordrecognizesyou.com, just a letter U, to qualify for that. So dealer doesn't qualify you. You have to go there. You have to show your ID.me to show that you've been a military and or a veteran. Actually, I don't even think it's a veteran. I think it's I think it should be veterans, but I think right now it's active military and first responders. But come on, Ford. It's only
Right.
You can do it. All right. That's what I have that. Do I have any questions before going into recalls? I'm excited to get on tonight's topic.
Do you think they got backlogged with 25 expeditions? He can't believe he's having trouble giving away my money to Ford. Seems like they're trying to make sure 26 is really made in 26.
You mean because they haven't scheduled 26? They scheduled some 20s, or is this month startup? I can't remember.
Not sure.
No, I mean, about every month I've noticed the last several months, the first week when everybody else starts their scheduling, Expedition doesn't, but they usually do it the next week. That's why I really expected to see them schedule this week, Expedition, but I wouldn't be an alarm necessarily.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still, the production dates are still going to be what they are. So they should be scheduled next week. I don't think there's a major issue with them that I've heard. I haven't heard anything having any issues. So, I mean, I wouldn't be alarmed by that, but to be honest, I'd look for a 25.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed in some of the changes they made to 26 that I am so thankful that we have a 25 and not a 26, because I really feel like they decontented so much in 26 model year. Like a standard platinum now doesn't come with half the, like several of the stuff that we have on ours.
They realized what they were doing.
They took it away. Like, we like our wireless charging pad, right? They took that away from everything. But it's kind of like one of those things.
Yeah,
right?
I had someone go, so which trim has the wireless charging? I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
None.
You can't. Yeah, on a lot of them. But anyway, so yeah.
Color of the day says, "Oh, cool. How come your website's so much nicer than my local dealer's website?" He put that.
I mean, we have probably different vendors. There's on any Ford dealer website, you can have 4 different companies you can choose from. And so we choose the vendor that we have for a reason. They're more simplified. Things should load a little faster, that kind of thing. But we do also choose our template on our homepage, because not all of them will do the same thing. We do ours a little differently.
Well, and then we have the vendor for the build and price, and we have vendors for our we have
there are some dealerships
Tim has spent years hand selecting his vendors that we use. We've tried different ones, didn't like it, gone to different ones, so it's taken us years to get to this platform that we're currently at. And it's all due to you going to conferences like you went to last week to talk to them and figure out what works for us.
Yeah. So, and we also try to, we actually went to one of the sessions we went at the conference, talked about website, evaluating your website. And so they actually had you pull your website up and throw it through this thing to see how fast it loads and different things. And they came around because the internet there was not good at all. So it wasn't working, but they were coming around to other people. They were looking at our website with us and they're like, oh, wow, oh, you got it good, because how many different buttons do you have on your inventory? Stuff like that. And do the buttons, what do they mean? Do they actually mean what they are? And that kind of thing. And so, so
Space Tech. Yep. Well, McArthur cares. We want to make it as easy as possible.
All right. Anyway. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Let's
And I didn't print
see.
all the recalls. I actually, there's some of them, like if they were like,
Is bronze? Oh, that's for later. Okay.
she just hold back some of the questions for when we start talking about
Yes.
stuff, right?
Yep. All right. Otherwise, we're just talking about how to change the YouTube channels or handles.
Got it. All right. All right, let's get into these recalls here. And this one here, this first one is a compliance recall 25C42 for 25 model year Aviator and Explorers. 212,721 vehicles affected by this. It's amazing that they made that many Explorers and Aviators. Oh, and police interceptors. But and some of the affected vehicles may not conform to the requirements specified by the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards with lamps, reflector devices, and associated equipment. On some vehicles, electronic components on the printed circuit board of the BCM, that's body control module, C, may have been improperly soldered. So as a result, when the trailer is connected to the vehicle and the vehicle's trailer tow electrical connector is utilized, the trailer's tail lamps may not illuminate as intended. So there you go. So that's what that's about. And this in here, the owners will get letters. Actually, this was supposed to have been last week, so they're going to get letter. They should have already gotten letters sent out to you if you're affected. So, all right, this next one is compliance recall 21C31. This is supplement number 2 to 2020 to 2022 Bronco Sport and Escapes with a 1.5 liter engine. This is a front brake pad replacement. And what they updated on this one here, this recall, is the model year and date range for the affected vehicles was incorrectly listed for Escape models. The correct model year is 2020 to 2022, and the build date range is November 2nd, 2020 through November 16th of 2021. So they added 126,248 vehicles to this because of that. So there you go. And I won't go through that recall because we've covered it before in the past, and you should be able to be getting a letter. And yeah, letters are going to go out this week for those people too. So along with that, so because that one is ready too. So all right. This next one is compliance recall 25C54 for 25 model year Rangers. Only 393 vehicles are affected by this one. This is an advance notice, which means the recall is not ready yet. But here's kind of what the recall is for. So affected vehicles may not conform to the requirements by the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards number 208 in the event of a collision requiring the deployment of a passenger airbag. The passenger airbag may be underinflated or deployed late in certain circumstances, increasing the risk of an occupant injury. Additionally, there is potential for fragmentation on the instrument panel assembly during passenger airbag deployment, increasing the risk of an occupant injury. So they don't have letters to go out once they have the recall fix for it and any parts that might be available. All right, this next one is an advance notice as well for equipment recall 25SOA6. This is for 23 to 25 model year Escape and Corsair, 24 to 25 Nautilus, 25 Bronco Sport and Maverick vehicles with the 1.5 liter or 2.0 liter engine and an engine block heater system. There's several in here about the engine block heater. So this is about the block heater element replacement, which is why right now you can't order this with the engine block heater. So some of the affected vehicles were repaired with service replacement engine block heater elements that may overheat while the engine block heater is plugged in. In the event of an overheating engine block heater element, the engine coolant may leak and the engine block heater power cable may experience heat damage. An overheating engine block heater element increases the risk of an underhood fire. The dealership may have either installed or an affected engine block heater element on a vehicle or sold over the counter a suspect engine block heater element. So there you go. So that one there, yeah, there's no fix yet on that. That's an advance notice. So don't plug those engine block heaters in. Basically, if you're one of those people, don't plug it in. All right. Customer Satisfaction Program 25N03 for 21 to 23 model year Bronco Sports and 2020 to 2022 Escapes with a 1.5 liter engine. This is a one-time catalytic converter replacement if required. So it's a one-time repair, no cost. This is good for 15 years of service or 150,000 miles from the warranty start date of the vehicle, whichever occurs first. There you go. And then 508,343 vehicles are affected by this one, and letters are going to go out next week to these owners. But basically, an affected vehicle's catalytic converter assembly may not meet all manufacturing specifications. Affected vehicles may experience unusual or louder exhaust system noise under the hood and/or increased exhaust odor and/or illumination of the service engine soon light on the dashboard. So there you go. So if you have that, basically you can just keep driving your vehicles. But if you have those issues or that's something that might come up, then you take it in and you get the one-time repair at no cost. And it's good for 15 years or 150,000 miles, whichever comes first. All right. This next one is an advance notice. Anytime I say advance notice, that means the recall fix isn't out yet or they don't have enough supplies yet. Equipment Safety Recall 25SA7. And this is for 24 to 25 model year Mustangs, 5.0 liters with the Ford Performance Supercharged upgrade kits. So 1,042 vehicles are affected by this. And supercharged upgrade kits that were sold as aftermarket accessories include an updated PCM calibration that incorrectly disabled level 2 functional safety features in the PCM. In the event of a PCM level 1 software error, level 2 functionality safety features will fail to detect an issue, which may result in a failure to prevent unintended acceleration or unintended vehicle movement, increasing the risk of a crash. You'll get letters when that is available. So. All right. Next up, an advance notice, safety recall 25SA4. And this is for 21 to 24 model year Broncos, 21 to 24 Bronco Sports. These are only ones with the engine block heater because I'm going to list a bunch of them and know that you'd have to have the engine block heater for this to affect your vehicle. So 21 to 24 Bronco Sport, 2020 to 2022 Corsair and Escape, 2016 through 2023 Explorer, 2019 to 2020 Fusion, but you don't have an engine block heater. 22 to 24 Maverick, 2016 to 2019 MKC, and 2019 to 2024 Ranger vehicles with a 2.0 liter or 2.3 liter engine and the engine block heater system. So 59,005 vehicles are affected by this one. Some of the affected vehicles, the engine block heater may develop a coolant leak through its element pins, which could cause a resistive short circuit while the engine block heater is plugged in. So just like the other one just talked about earlier, right? And so letters are going to go out once they have that fix available for you. So, all right, next up is Safety Recall 25SA3. This is for 24 to 25 model year Explorers and 24 to 26 model year Lincoln Aviators. This has to do with the trailer tow hitch bolts. 1,363 vehicles affected by this one. Some of the bolts used to attach the vehicle trailer tow hitch may have below specification torque. This condition may affect vehicle handling characteristics or lead to loss of attachment of the trailer hitch while towing, increasing the risk of a crash. So this one here, letters went out last week for those owners right there. All right, that's all I have for those.
All righty.
All right. Any questions before we jump?
Any change on Explorer?
An Explorer? Like what change? You talking about for 26 model year?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been what? Explorer's been out for 3 months.
You have a video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a video on the website.
We do always on our YouTube channel. We always do changes from one model year to the next when they come out. So
he finds ones that they don't list.
Yeah. So we deep dive on that. So, one of the things that if you're looking for those, go to that. We have a playlist for each model year on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
So go look for the 26. We're talking about Bronco Sport, and Ranger in here tonight because those are the order guides that just popped and just came live last week. Explorer, Escape, all those went live like in August. Yeah, like in August. So you might have to go back to like August to find those. But yeah. So, but yeah, we deep dive those, and that's what we did on these. Is went through and looked for the changes on these. So, all right.
Mm.
We ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So first, let's talk about Bronco. Actually, maybe we leave Bronco to the end because we're gonna have some fun with Bronco at the end. To something that Bronco has, so it's kind of fun. So let's do that. Let's talk Ranger first because I know there's some people in here that have been wanting Ranger stuff, and they're always like waiting for Ranger stuff. So let's talk Ranger first. 2026 Ford Ranger changes, and one of the things that I did on this one that I don't normally do, and I did cover the Job 2 changes from the previous model year. And the reason I did that is where there are so many Job 2 changes that happened like in July. So comparing it to the last order guide from the beginning of 25 to 26 would be really different. But I usually like to compare it from the last order guide to the 2026 order guide. So I was like, but then I remembered there's a lot of Job 2 changes.
Yeah.
So I went through and talked about those first, because what they did at the end of the 25 model year on the XL, they actually added the privacy glass to the XL standard equipment. They also added the integrated trailer brake controller as an option, and they added a Copilot 360 package as an option to the XL. So that got you the Bliss and the lane keeping system. They also added a power outlet and LED bed lighting little package as optional equipment on the XL2, or XL as well, I should say. They also switched from a fixed glass to a manual sliding glass on standard XLT. Back then, and then the option to be able to go and add a power sliding rear window on the 300A. And then on XLT and Lariat, they added a convenience package. So what they did with that is they moved the power outlets, the wireless charging pad, and the LED box lighting over to that convenience package. So those are part of that convenience package and made that optional for you. And then they removed, for some reason, the LED center high mounted stoplight on the Lariat trim, but they didn't remove it on the Raptor. And so those are all of our changes that happened at the end of 25. So pretty much, I think production for those are just starting. So anybody that has those, hopefully they weren't surprised by that when they get it in and they don't have some of those changes. But for 26 model year, so let's, what we could do, just so you, if we wanted to, we could go over to our website. And let's share this one. So looking at our website, just talk about some of the changes. Oh, I didn't mean to click into that. Go down here to the Ranger. There we go. So for the Ranger, they added some new colors for this year. So let's just talk about XL. So we do have, they removed the Azure Gray. It's gone. And they added Avalanche, but only to the XLT and above. So you won't see that on the XL. And then they also added some dealer installed options. So I don't know if they fixed it on here or not. So it looks like maybe they did factory. Yeah, okay, good. So they had reworded some things on there. I didn't like how they worded it, but dealer installed options down here. So they added some new ones this year. Now they have the illuminated Ford oval on the front, so that can be illuminated. So they're doing that to a lot of vehicles. There's that jump starter with the carry case. That NOCO one is in there. Then they have these tonneau box covers, hard roll up and the soft roll up, and those are the can't remember what the brand is on those. I don't think it says in here, but those were added as dealer installed options. So these are the what was that? I can't remember the company now, but they worked with the company, and those are going to be through them. But the dealer installed option toolkit and the windshield sunscreen, those are new to the DIOs. So we don't know what the toolkit looks like.
Yeah.
Ford doesn't tell us, but there you go. And then they removed as an accessory, factory accessory, the tonneau pickup box cover retractable. So they removed it. So basically, you just have roll-ups, or I think you have trifolds. From the factory, you have trifolds,
Yeah.
soft or hard. And then from that other company, from as a deal installed option, you have roll-up ones, either
Oh yeah.
yeah, so hard roll-up or soft roll-up. For the XL, they switched the standard wheel. So you see this here is a 17-inch silver painted wheel. That's not the standard wheel. The standard wheel now is a black painted steel wheel, which we'll kind of talk about that when we get to Bronco. So I feel like they're doing that. But because of that, they did add this silver painted wheel as an option, standalone option. So if you still want it, you can still get it. You just got to pay a little extra. And they also added an FX4 package to the XL that they did not have last year. So you don't have to go all the way up to XLT if you want some of those features from that FX4 package, because that one actually is pretty good, because not only do you get an electronic rear locker on that, you also get upgraded shocks and you get trail control on that too. So some pretty good things. Of course, upgraded the bash plate and everything else for the clearance and all that. But and then they also, you get a mud ruts and a sand mode too. So anyway, that was added to the XL. On XLT, not too many things there. They removed, I don't know, I thought this was actually wrong and an error on the order guide, but it's actually on the bill and price too, I noticed, for 25. But it says they removed the power folding mirrors. So, which I was like, power folding on an XLT, really? But it does look like that there was a power folding mirror. So now it is not a power folding, but you still get power glass. So, and then they changed the Sirius XM. So on XLT, Lariat, and Raptor, it is now the Sirius XM with a 360L. So you'll have that available. And because of that, you'll also have the Sirius XM 3-year plan available too on XLT, Lariat, and Raptor as well. So another big thing that they did on the XLT was they removed the chrome accent package. So that was a package where you got a chrome grille in the front, you got a chrome wheel, and some things like that. They removed that package, but they did leave as a standalone option the chrome wheel. So you can still get the chrome wheel on this package. And I think what they wanted to do was they removed that for both the Lariat and the XLT, it looks like. Right? No, actually, they didn't have. Oh, I thought they did. Oh, here you go. Yeah, they did change it. But so they really want to differentiate Lariat from XLT.
Yeah.
So they removed that. So you'll see there's that chrome wheel still there for $550. So you still have that as available. And then a big one that they did is they added a black appearance package graphics, and they added the power moonroof. People have been asking for a moonroof, and so they answered kind of. Now you can get a power moonroof. It is a late availability. So just so you're aware, if you're out there and you want to order a Ranger, it's a late availability. So it's not available yet. So it's there. I don't know if you can order it, but if you do and you can't order it, just know that it won't be built with it, or your order will just sit there and wait. So there you go. Now the Lariat trim level, a few changes. We already talked about a few of them here. So this is a big change. Actually, right here, it's not even showing it correctly because it's something that's not even shown out there yet because they don't have the order guide. But the grill has been changed from the gray painted bars with the surround, like this, what you're seeing here. It's going to a chrome center bar with black surround. So these center bars. So basically, what was on that chrome accent package, that's what you're going to get as standard equipment there. They added the turn signal indicators on the mirrors as well. So you'll have that added to the mirrors on this as well as the Raptor 2. And then they removed the LED projector headlights, which that's a disappointment. I mean, they downgraded that. I mean, I don't understand why they did that unless they were having supplier issues or something. But that's something else they did. And they also changed the seats from leather to ActiveX. A lot of people complaining about that. And you know, what I really want to know is the people that are complaining about that, if they've actually sat in one. If you've ever actually sat in an ActiveX, and people are like, oh, I get vinyl seats now. Folks, they're not vinyl. There is a difference. I've been in an XL F-150 with vinyl seats, and I've been in a newer Lariat F-150 with ActiveX seats. In fact, I have a vehicle with ActiveX seats now.
Yeah.
And I am so happy with them. They're going to clean easier, and they're not, yes, they're not genuine leather, but in my opinion, they're more breathable. They wear better. They're more durable. And I don't feel like they're vinyl at all. So anyway, that's just, I still hear so many people complain about that. But that's what you're going to get as part of on a Lariat trim. They did add the black appearance package graphic, the power moonroof we mentioned, and that Sirius XM 360L 3-year plan. So, and on the Raptor, they really didn't do much to the Raptor. They didn't really touch it too much. They did add the turn signal indicators on the mirrors that we talked about, and they added the Sirius XM. So they're going to have a turn signal on the mirrors, and the Sirius XM 3-year plan has been added. But other than that, they really didn't do much to this. They kind of left it alone. So, so it still has some of the things that Lariat lost, like the LED protector headlight. They still get it and some of those features. So, so they didn't really, like I said, they didn't really mess with that too much. So, and you can see prices in there. Prices are similar to what they were last year, but that's pretty much on that. So, my thoughts on Ranger. One of the things that people are disappointed on that I kind of agree with them is they didn't put moonroof on a Raptor.
Yeah.
So you can't get the Raptor the Raptor can't get a power moonroof, but you can get it on XLT and a Lariat trim.
Yeah.
So there's some people that were really disappointed about that. And I guess what you might look at is maybe look at it like a Lariat, add the moonroof, get the FX4 package, get the 2.7 liter engine. Very capable, very capable.
Yeah.
Does it look like a Raptor? No. Does it have the suspension of the Raptor? Not quite. But I don't know if maybe they were worried about the structural of the vehicle being off-roading with the moonroof.
Yeah.
Was my thought, but I don't know. The
Yeah.
F-150 Raptor has a moonroof. So I don't know. Anyway, that's probably the biggest complaint I'm going to see there from people on that. But otherwise, I mean, nothing huge there.
Yeah.
Right. So, but one of the things that was kind of weird is all the other vehicles are getting the Ford connectivity package included and brought into them, but not the Ranger. Ranger didn't get the Ford connectivity package like the others.
Because why would we keep consistency?
I'm wondering if it has something to do with this is more of a global model that they build and send overseas. That would be
potentially.
Maybe. I don't know. But there's that. So, yes. So, all right. What else we got here? Bronco Sport. We're going to talk about that. Any questions on Ranger that you could pull off and see? No, not really?
Nope.
Okay. I better keep these separate because I don't want to mess those up. We will be doing videos on Ranger for each trim level. It's probably going to be next week before we get to those. So we're gonna work really hard. We're gonna what I'm talking about is I will break down each trim level and talk about what's standard and what's optional for each trim level. And I'll be doing a video for those. But like I said, those probably won't start until next week for that, because this week we'll be doing Bronco and Bronco Sport. So, and let me tell you the game plan for Bronco Sport. As you can see, with Bronco Sport, there's 4 trim levels. They kind of coincide with 4 of the trim levels for the Bronco. So what we're going to do is today I had the Bronco base video went live before the live stream. And so starting tomorrow, we will break out and do Bronco and Bronco Sport Big Ben on the same day. Okay. So you'll see 2 videos come out tomorrow, as long as everything works out, on the Big Ben trim for the Bronco and Bronco Sport. The next day we'll be doing the Outer Banks Bronco and Bronco Sport. Okay. Then we'll be doing Heritage Edition. And then we'll be doing the Badlands edition for Bronco Sport. So that's how we're going to do it the next 4 days. And then on Sunday is when you're going to see Bronco Strop and Bronco Raptor. So that's the goal, is to do 2 videos a day now until Sunday, and getting all of Bronco and Bronco Sport taken care of for you guys. So hopefully you guys and then we'll get to Ranger. And then the week after that is when we'll get to mach-e. Okay. So, but we will also try to go through the mach-e as well and do a video on it. It'll probably go live Thursday morning though for that. But these videos, expect them in the evening, between 6 and 7, most of them. So I'll drop them an hour from each other, just so you guys have time to watch one before going on to the other. So, all right, Bronco Sport.
Yes.
Are we ready? All right, same trim levels as last year. Well, okay. Same trim levels as Job 2 of last year because they had a freewheeling edition at the start of last year. They dropped that halfway through the year. So we don't have freewheeling, but Big Bend Heritage, Outer Banks, and Badlands edition. Added colors. Yeah, this building price isn't online either. So let's talk about colors. They added Space White, and we also added Orange Fury as well. So that is a new color, Orange Fury. We'll see it in the Maverick as well. I think actually somebody found one floating around, driving around out there. They removed Eruption Green and Desert Sand. So now there is a new package for this year on the available on the Big Ben, and that is a bronze appearance package. You will not be able to get the Orange Fury with the bronze appearance package. And you will not be able to get Ruby Red with the bronze appearance package. Those colors won't be available with that package. So there you go. Now, some new packages for this year. We have the Ford Connectivity Package. We've been talking about that. That gives you the unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots, the audio video streaming, the entertainment, the voice assistant, and in some cases, the navigation. Those that would get the tech package. Also, you get the other option as that Ford Connectivity Package one-time purchase. So that connectivity package you get for a year, just like on the other vehicles, or you can get a one-time purchase for $745. Sirius XM with 360L is going to be continued 3-month trial. You can get a 3-year plan as a standalone option as well. You have to get those at the factory, those last two there. So DIOs that were added and new for this year. There's a console vault. Some people said there was before. They're calling it console safe and not console vault. So I think it's a different company. So people had commented that I was wrong, that there was a vault last year as well. And I think it's a different name. So I believe what they've done is they've probably changed companies on who they work with. They added a toolkit, but that is not available with the assistance kit on-road, assistance kit off-road, or the liftgate privacy curtain for some reason. They added the vent wheel arch moldings. And no, I do not know what they look like. Not available with the black appearance package or the front and rear splash guards, the power moonroof, because that has a lot to do with the fender arches, and the mud flap kit front and rear. So that all makes sense except for why the moonroof can't be equipped with a fender flare.
Yeah. Right?
I don't know. I don't get it. They also added wheel locks option, the windshield sunscreen option. They have a base lighting package they added. Yeah, don't know what it looks like, what it is. And they added that GB40 NOCO jump starter as well. So, all right. So they made a big deal about this, but a lot of people said, oh, new for this year is an 8-inch digital cluster. New for this year. Well, it's new technically because last year it was a 12.3. So you made it smaller. So a standard on Big Bend, you'll find it standard also on Outer Banks 2 and Heritage Edition. So they'll get the 8-inch screen instead of the 12.3-inch screen. Some people did ask if it was still going to be digital and the colors changes. Because that's what they like is that when they change drive modes, it changes the color and everything. So they're asking if that's going to be different. And to be honest, until I get one, I don't know. So I could try to get a hold of Dante. But they also removed the floodlight adjustable on the lift gate. So for those that didn't know, that lift gate, you could have those floodlights you could turn on. And like at night, if you're camping and all that, you'd be able to see, light down behind it. So that's been removed. That's been standard equipment from day one on the Bronco Sport. And it's been removed as standard equipment. So that's really weird. They added a Ford security package 1 year with activation. So that's joined along with the F-150s and some of those vehicles. Remove the evasive steering assist. We're seeing that being removed on a lot of vehicles. Ford connectivity package to the Big Bend for 1 year. And then they added Alexa built-in information on demand and over-the-air updates to the Sync Force features. Those weren't listed last year. Doesn't mean they weren't there. They just didn't have them listed. And then they removed the wireless charging pad. So boom, boom, boom. The Black Diamond package changes. They changed a lot on the Black Diamond package. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go back over here. Let's go back to the 25 model year Bronco Sport. Let's look at this because I want to probably be a lot more fun than just looking at a vehicle sitting on the page there. So let's go to let's go to this, and actually we can click on the Black Diamond package. Okay, so there's a Black Diamond package for 25 model year. And 26, they're removing the steel plate on the rear bumper. So what I'm talking about here is this right here. So that's going to be removed from this package for this year. So it'll be the black bumper on the back. So you'll have that. They're also removing the cargo mat inside. They're also removing the cargo management system. That's that shelf divider system and everything.
Oh yeah.
Which that kind of makes sense because I don't think that's part of the Sasquatch packages. That one kind of made sense to me. But the fender tie downs. So these over here on the side, I don't know if you can see it in any of these angles, but you remember how we talked about that? We saw that when we went to Bargoed event on this.
Yes.
That fender tie down that comes up and you can hook things to. That's been removed from the package, and they removed the interior grab handle. And they also removed the seat back rubberized mats. So they removed a lot.
Wow.
So let's, what does this package cost this year? This package here is $25.70 this year for the Black Diamond off-road package. What is it? And it is $1,800 this year. So they did reduce.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's the Black Appearance package. $18.95 for the Black Diamond off-road package.
Okay.
So they lowered it. Now wait a minute. Huh. But do you remember what's going on with the Black Diamond off-road package?
There's something going on with it.
Scroll down here. See there? 1820. They get you $750 off when you take the package. So what they did was the package is $2,500, but you get a $750 rebate by going to the Black Appearance package.
So 1820. So
1820, and this year the
year?
package is $18.95. No rebate.
So
no rebate. So again, Ford's sliding something, trying to be sleight of hands. Look over here while we do this. That's what they did. So talk about things that irritate me. There you go. I mean, I'm a Ford man, but come on, I still am for the customer too, and you make it difficult for us as salespeople to sell something when you do little things like that, because then we look like we're the bad guy and not you as Ford. But anyway, so there's that. So they removed all those things. They made it cheaper by $18.95, but then also you don't have that discount package of $750. And maybe they did. Let me look here. It's usually on the first page, but I don't think it is. So we'll have to look. Sometimes they'll have it listed on here on the prices, but I don't see it. No, I don't see it. So that's one of those little things, that little quirks. But anyway, so there you go. Now, so one of the things you can get on this, though, those things are standalone options. So you can get, we'll get into that in a second. But you can, as optional equipment, you can add the fender tie downs to that. It does require the Sasquatch package. You can also get what they're calling the rear recovery kit, which is the steel bumper, steel plate bumper with the recovery hooks, right? So that is, you can add that, but does require the Black Diamond package. And then, so you can do that as well. And the only thing you don't get that they removed as an option is those grab handle. So that grab handle it's gone. It's just, nope, not available at all. It's gone. So I thought that was kind of weird. Now the rubberized seat backs and all that are a standalone option, I believe. That's not a change. It was available last year. Now this year's just not included in that package. So you can add those things. Now when you add those things, my question is, what are the cost of the recovery kit and the tie down? I got the prices here. I'm curious. So that recovery kit is $350, and the tie down is $495. So there's $5, $6, $7, $850. There's more than 750. So if you add it back in, and then if you wanted to add in what you got last year was the cargo management system was 195, right? And then the rubberized seat backs or the cargo mat is 150, and the rubberized seat backs are 95. So when you start adding all that in, you're about $1,000, and now you're more expensive than you were last year, and you still don't get the grab handle.
Right.
All right. I'm done poking at Ford. No, I'm probably not, but that's fine. All right, moving on. Let's. They did add a bronze appearance package this year, though.
Okay.
So that one there. Let's. Oh, we might have to go. I might need to pull this up from Ford. Let me pull this up because we need to be able to visually see this, right? So let's see if we can find that bronze appearance package. It's right here. So here's this one as we go through this. So new package for the Big Ben trim is this bronze package here. And that is a factory package. So I didn't know if it'd be a Ford Custom Garage thing or something, but it's not. It is a factory package that you get. And so this in there is going to get you your bronze badging. You kind of see that on the side right there. You get your bronze grille. The door handles are going to be body colored instead of the molded in black that you normally get. And then you get a painted black roof. So the roof will be painted black. Almost going to give you a look like it's a, which really weird is I don't think that's the right bumper that you're going to get. That looks like a Badlands bumper. But you do also get the seats. There you're going to get that on the back. You can see the black painted roof with that. Looks really good. The wheels as well. So 17-inch Sinister bronze painted wheel with an all-season tire. And then there's the inside right there. You're going to get so all-weather floor liners with the bronze accents. You get a cargo mat with a bronze accent. You get a premium wrapped steering wheel with Canyon bronze stitching. Do they have a close-up of that? Hold on. There's your seats. It'll have bronze stitching on it as well. Premium trimmed with bronze stitching. I think they got a close-up of that stitching right there. So still kind of a cloth leather type thing. There's your badging right there. So there you go. There's what that looks like. But there you go. Bronze appearance package. And this one is not available with the Black Diamond off-road package and the black appearance package or the elevation graphics package or the 18-inch dark gravity gray painted aluminum wheel, which we'll get to that, or the Topo graphic package. Not available with the Orange Fury or the Ruby Red. And it does include heated seats and 8-way power driver seat when the convenience package is selected. But this package is also available. They're making a bronze plus Black Diamond off-road package. So if you want the Black Diamond off-road package and you want this, they haven't forgotten you. You can still do that, which is it's nice that they're doing that as well for you too. So, but there's that. The convenience package changes for this year. They do. Go back to this page here on that convenience package. Let's go up there. Where's packages? Keep going. There you go. Convenience package, $18.95. I won't keep comparing prices. I'll let you guys do that. So in there, that package includes those things. They removed the universal garage door opener. That's been removed from everything. And they added the floodlight adjustable for the liftgate. So this is where you get those floodlights back.
Yeah.
Is with this package. So removed universal garage door openers and added a light the light that actually was standard equipment. So anyway, so technically, that's where you get your floodlights. Black appearance package, they removed the smoked chrome Ford ovals. So they're done doing the smoked chrome ovals. Yep. So there you go. And then on standalone options, you can get that fender tie down we mentioned in the rear recovery kit for the Black Diamond package. You can also get the 17-inch carbonized gray aluminum wheel. That was a late availability last year where you could add that wheel with the all-terrain tire. And that is optional. That's the same one that's included in the Black Diamond package. So there you go. And then they added an 18-inch dark gravity gray painted aluminum wheel. So I think there's actually an image of that in this order guide, but I think I did include that in my video. So if you watch the video, I think you can see that image. I think they're calling it a mid-gloss dark gravity gray. And so this is a black and white printout, but you can see the design anyway. It's that middle one right there. there. So anyway, looks pretty cool. But you can get that that wheel, and I think that one there to get it though. It's not available with black appearance package, bronze appearance package, or the black diamond package. So it's just a standalone wheel. And then you can also, they did remove the 18-inch machine face aluminum ebony painted wheel. So they just kind of replaced that one with that one, the other one. So there you go. So a lot of changes to the Big Bend. That's all we've talked about so far. Now the Outer Banks, they changed the door handles from body colored to molded in black. So they'll have the same. So they won't be like this and here's white. They won't be like that. So that's been a change. They removed the rain sensing wipers from the Outer Banks, and you won't see it on the Badlands either. And then, of course, they changed the cluster from 12.3 to 8-inch cluster, and they removed the universal garage door opener from that as well. So, and then on the Sasquatch package that you can get on the Outer Banks, go down here. Which requires the tech package. So there's what you're seeing is available on that. They did remove the fender tie downs, just like they did in the Black Diamond package. This will be the same way for the Badlands. They added the 12.3-inch cluster here. So you basically, really, technically it was there last year,
Right.
in a sense. They removed the interior grab handle. And then they did add the one pedal drive to the trail control. But I believe that was already had one pedal drive last year. So
Yeah.
because I know that I drove Ford Enthusiast, his Bronco Badlands before he bought it, Bronco Sport Badlands, and I think it had the one pedal drive on it. And then, but you can on that fender tie down. They did remove it from Sasquatch package, but you can add it as long as you get the Sasquatch package. So, but there you go. There's that stuff there. But the recovery hooks stayed on the back. So there you go. And it still has the brush guard on there. So anyway, there's changes to that. And then the Badlands, or wait, Heritage Edition first. So Heritage Edition, they didn't really do much. So on the convenience package, they removed the universal garage door openers. So again, they're just removing that across the board where it was at, wherever it was at. And then Badlands. So on the Badlands, they removed the interior grab handle. That was standard equipment. They also, the connectivity package is where you get their navigation. So basically where the nav was last year, you're getting.
Yeah.
They didn't reduce the screen on this one to the 8-inch screen. It stayed as a 12.3. But they did remove the universal garage door openers as standard equipment. And then the Sasquatch package, though, when you go to the Sasquatch package on this, which I thought was weird that they did this on this one and not the Outer Banks. But when you add that Sasquatch package, you get the brush guard in 25. In 26, they removed the brush guard from this package, and they removed the fender tie downs. So on this one, when you add that, you get that right there. Well, they removed that as standard equipment, and then they added it as optional with the recovery hooks that you get connected to it, but it required the Sasquatch package as well as the fender tie down. So those two things were removed from the package, but then you can add them as standalone options.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's some of that. I mean, the disappointment things that I think is kind of weird on that, and we talked about this. We went to that embargoed event, and it was a big deal. His Sasquatch package, right? Here are some of the things that you're getting that are exclusive and new. That interior grab handles, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then the next year they start just removing it. Now, some of it I get, some of the things. Okay, now it's standalone option. The fender tie down. Some of those things. Okay,
Yeah.
now they're standalone options. That's fine, and then we can just add it on if we want it, right? And really, they should have removed the brush guard from. I don't know if they removed it on the Black Diamond. I don't know if I mentioned that, but on the Outer Banks, they removed the brush guard from the Sasquatch package on the Badlands, but I don't think they did it on the Outer Banks, and maybe that was just something they just forgot to put in there. Again, they make some errors on these, but the interior grab handle is one where they didn't bring it back. So they removed it, and it's not a standalone option. It's just gone.
Right.
Gone. I still think they have the holes there in case you want to add the fits. Actually, I don't even know if you can add a fits kit to this, but I just think that's weird. So it's removed. I think they still have the spots with the bolts.
Yeah.
I just I mean, maybe they said people didn't like the grab handle, and I get that, but you could have made it a standalone option. You could have, like you did the others. But so if you had a 25, you got one of the few ones that had that grab handle. It's gone for 26.
Right.
Universal garage opener, some of those things. So it's really weird because they're removing a lot of these things. Universal garage openers, wireless charging pads, these are all getting removed from our vehicles. So they tried removing, but if you cause a big enough fuss, they'll bring it back.
Right.
So we did see that with the keypad entry, right? We've seen keypad was being removed from vehicles, even the F-150 and the Super Duty. People caused so much fuss that Super Duty for this year, okay, we're adding it back on. So F-150 was the same way. They added it back on, right? And they made it the right way. They didn't just add it on as a, they tried that with Super Duty. Like, okay, we're going to take it away. And then, oh, no. Oh, we'll add it as a little option. So I can get a platinum with a little stick-on thing, keypad.
Right.
That looks great. Well, now look what happens. After 1 year and people complaining, now the upper trim levels now have it back integrated in where it belongs. So you cause enough fuss, and Ford might bring it back. But yeah, wireless charging pads being removed from everything, So universal garage door openers being removed. You'll see on the Bronco they were removing some things too. So let's chat about that. Unless you got some questions about Bronco Sport.
I don't think I do.
Okay. Let's go back to this then.
Irishman says, every new model year, I'm glad I bought a 24.
Well, I'm saying that about my 21 Bronco. I mean,
Oh, man. Getting into that 2-door for the one day out with that Toro, I'm so happy that with how you have yours.
I mean, yeah. I just realized how much the mid package really means to me.
Yeah.
I mean, we got into that we had a Turo when we were in Vegas. And it was a Big Ben. I was like, oh, it's a Big Ben. Great. So is mine. It'll be just like mine. Sasquatch package added, but it didn't have the mid package. So it was like not having the intelligent access, not having the, I was assuming it would have the outlet behind the console.
Yeah.
That's what I was planning to power my computer that day, because I knew I was going to need to do editing in that vehicle while waiting for you to arrive. And so I was planning on powering my device on that. And I had to go to the airport and just hang out at the airport because I couldn't do that.
Well, and then you found out the airport didn't really have somewhere to sit.
No, it didn't. So I was like, well, it's going to die. And then it didn't have that. It didn't have the dual zone climate. I mean, there's so many things that I'm like, man, there's so many things that I take for granted on my Bronco that the mid package doesn't have. But you can still get a mid package. So that's
and then
not
all your
deal.
upgrades too.
Well, yeah, all my upgrades. Oh yeah. I don't know how people do it without that. Like, I am so used to having that little, like, I need to do a video for my Ford Video Guide channel, because I really, really need to talk about those little things that are not expensive that I just take for granted now, and I would not have another Bronco without them.
Your handles, for one.
The handles?
That was my biggest thing. Getting in and out of a Bronco as a shorter person, you need handles to grab onto as you swing yourself into that vehicle.
Yeah. I actually have gotten started using the handle up by the dash a little more often.
I adapted and I started grabbing the frame above.
Oh yeah.
And doing that. But no, I absolutely, I like the handles in your Bronco.
I have this little thing that it just sticks onto the side of the console, and it's just a little slot big enough for my phone and a couple other little spots in front of it, and I just stick my phone in there.
Yeah.
And so on our trip, and then I also have my bullet point dash mount. People can't really see us, so we can kind of see what we're doing. I have that bullet point dash mount, and I'm like, okay, I need, because the vehicle didn't, again, it's another thing you don't get on the mid package, you don't get navigation. So the vehicle didn't have nav, so I'm like, that's fine, we can use this. I plugged it in, and it didn't automatically load Android Auto for some reason.
Yeah.
It's probably because I didn't connect my phone, and I didn't want them to have my phone on there. But I'm like, that's fine, I can just use the nav on the phone. Nope, I don't have a mount. I did have a mount up there, and then I put it down in the tray, and then it like turned the screen upside down. So you were like holding it, and then just had it like, it was like, yeah. So I really missed the little tray. I missed my dash mount. There's little things that I get that I'm like, man, that just the lighting, right?
Yeah.
There's the lack of lighting the Bronco has. Yeah. Anyway, well, somebody told me that they said something about they got a Bronco. They said, man, but the lack of lighting. And I said, oh, you don't have the lights because there's somebody here that's got a Bronco. Maybe it was Ashley, and I'm like, oh, you got to have the lights that I have, the
Yeah.
IG ones, or you can get the Mabet ones, right? I'm like, I'm gonna start like we got a couple people at Broncos here. I'm gonna say, let me do some mods for use for video, so I can do since I've already done it in my mind, and let me help you out. Let's get you some free products, put on your Bronco. Anyway, I already told Ashley she's gonna get a Benemy top since the one won't go on my soft top. I said, hey, do you want a Benemy top? You got a hard top, right? She's like, yeah. Anyway, all right, let's get into this and talk Bronco, right? You guys know how excited I am about Bronco products. All right, so same trim levels as last year. So we have a base, again, available 2-door, 4-door, a Big Ben, 4-door only, Outer Banks, 4-door only, a Badlands available in 2-door and 4-door, Heritage Edition available in 4-door, Strop. It moved from a 2-door configuration to a 4-door configuration. So we'll see if they sell more that way. And then we have Raptor 4-door only. So the only way to get a 2-door is on a Badlands or a base. And you still can't get a 2-door with the 2.7 liters. So people asked about that too. So new colors, there's Avalanche and there's Wimbledon White. But Wimbledon White is for 60th anniversary only. So it's only available on your Outer Banks. And then they removed, I hate saying deleted. Let's say they removed Azure Gray, Eruption Green, and the Robin's Egg Blue from the Heritage Edition. And they did say now Heritage Edition can get the Oxford White and the Marsh Gray. So, but
can I see Heritage with Marsh?
But I didn't think is that the and that's really not Marsh Gray. That doesn't look right. How about this? Oxford White. There you go. Oxford White. And I don't know. Might be for some people. I wondered what the graphics color was going to be. And it's still white. So evidently the graphics isn't Oxford White graphics.
So you've seen my Lightning. You know, it's white with the red accents.
That doesn't look that bad.
Yeah. No, it looks great. But if you look at other Lightnings, the graphics are black or white. So I don't know if our graphics were switched out for red. Because we also have Henry built stickers put over all of our Ford emblems.
True.
So I don't know if they've been switched out or if that's how Ford intended it for it to be.
I don't know. I do think they added some colors. Now, of course, Avalanche is a new color, but I don't know if Desert Sand was available in Avalanche or in the Heritage Edition last year. It is this year, as well as Velocity Blue. And I don't remember being able to get a Velocity Blue Heritage Edition. I actually like that combo right there.
Yeah.
Right there. So anyway, they did change the dual top terminology now. So we'll have to go back to another vehicle to kind of highlight this. But like on the Outer Banks, so before when you wanted the dual top, you was like, because like on Outer Banks you can get a cloth top, you can also get the black painted hard top, and you can get a body colored hard top, or you can get the carbonized gray hard top, right? So you had 3 options for hard tops, and so what they did to just make that easier is you pick your hard top, and then if you want a dual top, it's just going to add in the cloth top. The soft top add in. That makes a lot of sense, because of the factor, you're like, okay, we got to put a shadow black hard top on this one. Boom, install it, and then they want the add in. You just slide it in the end. So that made a lot of sense to me. So there's still a dual top on all of them, but instead of making, because what they had listed on here was they had 6 different hard tops. They had dual tops listed 3 times, right? And then 3 different hard tops. Yeah. So that was something that there was just kind of a functionality difference, right? They added a Ford connectivity package, right? We've talked about what that is and what's included. Also the Ford connectivity package one-time purchase, and the Sirius XM with a 360L 3-year plan as well was added. They did switch out the wheel for the Sasquatch package. So where's the Sasquatch package? Here it is. Sasquatch package, if you get that. Last year was and I don't know if this is right for this year. Yeah, it's still looking gray to me. I don't know if it looks that way to you guys. But it's not carbonized gray anymore for the Sasquatch package. Same design though, but it is a high gloss. It is a matte black alloy instead of the carbonized gray alloy. So that is a change. So again, the website's not right there. They informed me of that. They called, well, I can't tell you who called me. Anyway, and then a black appearance package as well right here. That is, they did change the wheel to the black appearance package. So now, last year was the black wheel. Yep, that's not right. It is going to be a high gloss painted steel wheel on the black appearance package. So there you go. Anyway, so there's that. Now maybe that's just a change because we are under. Well, no, that's a change to all the black appearance packages. So it should be a steel wheel. That doesn't look like it's a steely, is it?
No.
No, it doesn't look like it's a steel wheel. But maybe that's different.
That looks like the black.
Actually, doesn't even mention a wheel on here.
That's fun.
That's funny. But it should be a steel wheel. So if you go back to Big Bend, I know on the Big Bend, it's that way. So go to Big Bend and we add that package. There you go. Black appearance package. And maybe what I did was I added, so that's showing the steel wheel. So black steel wheel is what's going to come on the black appearance package. So, which is also what you're getting as standard equipment on a Ranger on the XL. So, there you go. And then the black diamond package also gets a steel wheel now. So they changed the high gloss wheel to the steel wheel on that. So if you go black diamond package, you're going to get the same wheel. So, and go. There you go. So that's going to be the same wheel. So that's a kind of a change there. Now they add as a dealer installed option. This is, to me, this is so weird. But actually it's not listed here. Does require the Sasquatch package. So maybe that's why, because I don't have the Sasquatch package selected. Oops. Hey, let's get the graphics and the Sasquatch. Why not? Let's just do it all at once. So again, different wheel, but then you have an optional wheel, and it's not even a dealer installed option. I think it's down here. Go to exterior options. Here it is. So for $19.60, you can get this magnetic gray mid-gloss painted alloy wheel with the machine flange. So check that out. That I think is the same wheel as the freewheeling package minus the red.
Yeah.
So it looks like the same wheel. So you guys tell me. There's that wheel. And there's your freewheeling wheel.
Oh.
Right? It's the same one, but just not red. It doesn't have the red. It's white instead.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference.
They totally just...
Which I do like that wheel. But what's really weird to me is it's a dealer installed option. So which means your vehicle is going to get shipped with this wheel. And then they're going to put that other wheel.
The wheel.
Yeah, then what do you do with a nice carbonized gray painted wheel that's a Sasquatch wheel?
I see what our team's
right?
going to do with them if
right.
this happens.
We're going to make a package out of them, right? Hey, anybody wants a DIO from us, right? And like somebody said, they better give them the wheels. Well, what do you want us to do with them? Are you going to fit all 5 wheels in the back of your Bronco? Probably could with the seat down on a 4-door.
As long as you don't get dual top.
Right? Did they not see? Because I even said that. I go, man, that's the first time you've done that. And they said, yep, it sure is. I'm like, you guys are really proud of that. I don't know if you should be proud of it. Just anyway. I don't know. Just logistics that we got to think about as dealers that evidently the people at the factory do.
So a lot of dealers don't have an aftermarket team, and they don't have a huge parts department like we have in our area.
Okay. So would this, how hard would this be? Okay. So on the Sasquatch package, you can get this wheel on the Sasquatch package, right? Because one of your options is that's your standard wheel on the Sasquatch, but for $1,000, you can upgrade to the beadlock wheel, right? $1,000, no big deal. So why don't they just add that option as a third option? If you want this wheel, you can get it with the Sasquatch and just make it an option and do it at the factory for $1,000 like they're doing with that one. Surely when you're in a room, y'all thought about this, but whatever. Okay. It's a cool wheel because I would maybe select it, but it's a DIO. I don't know if I want it now.
You know, even with all of our
Of course, I can get it,
part, like we have a huge storeroom back here for parts, and we don't even have room to keep the wheels that come off that. So I don't.
That's why when we
what about the small dealerships that are like a single desk and whatnot for what are they gonna do?
Yeah. All right, so now let's move on to changes. They did add a console vault and a rear cargo safe as well to the 4-doors. Last year that was a DIO. This year it's a factory accessory. All right, base trim, they didn't change anything. The only thing they changed on a standard Big Ben is that they removed the gear shift knob as being leather. So, and I assume that's for both manual and automatic transmissions. Outer banks. So changes to the outer banks down here. They did change the door handles. You'll notice they are now a molded in black door handle instead of body color door handles. They also removed rear floor mats, and they did this to Outer Banks, Badlands, all of them. Basically, you're just getting front floor mats now. So they removed the rear floor mats to the Outer Banks. And on the Lux package, they removed the LED spotlights. So you don't have the LED spotlights anymore. And they removed the universal garage door opener as well. So you'll see that removed from that. But they did add to the Outer Banks the 60th anniversary edition. So that package there, we covered this package in not too long ago when we were there in Michigan. So 60th anniversary edition, that looks pretty cool. Oh, they could have put a picture there. I could even give them one. All right. Well, anyway, we'll add it and then you can look at it. So this in here gets the it's available in Wimbledon white or the ruby red as your colors. Does it give you the painted door handles? The letters is a nice grill. I like the grill. It's called a warm alloy with two-tone Bronco lettering. Wimbledon white hardtop, regardless of what exterior color you have. Sound deadening headliner. The mirrors are black molded in mirror caps, though, which is really weird that they go from body colored. Hold on. Are they going to be? Are they? Yeah, I guess they are. So maybe they just think there's too much white. I don't know. So mirror caps are going to be black molded in caps instead of the painted, which is what they were before they added the package. 35-inch spare tire cover for the 60th anniversary. So you will have this on it. And steel front bumper and the gravity gray wheels. I do really like those wheels. I think we saw those in person. They looked really
I like those.
I liked them. Does require a Sasquatch package, and again, available in either ruby red or the Wimbledon white. Now, if it's in ruby red, then this is going to be Wimbledon white with the vermilion red stripe on the side. If you go to the ruby red, then I believe that turns to Wimbledon white stripe instead over here on the side. But the top is still going to be white. So
can you check?
Oh, switch colors?
Yeah.
I know for a fact.
They left it.
Well.
Or took it off.
Well, they gotta update the website because it's wrong. Here's what I don't get it. Race red letters with the ruby red.
Yeah. I prefer the Wimbledon, right? It doesn't clash as much.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So there you go. All right. Moving to Badlands edition. This is going to be fun because there's something that I didn't notice. So they're not in my notes. Badlands, of course, we can get it in 2-door. So why not? Let's look at that. They did change the standard tire from an all-terrain tire to the mud terrain 33-inch tire. They removed the rear floor mats. They removed the heated steering wheel as standard equipment. So that was something they added. So again, that's one of those things where they added it last year as standard equipment was a heated steering wheel, and they removed it this year. So they removed the stabilizer bar disconnect as standard equipment. So it's still, some people are like, well, that's crazy. Well, it's still a standalone option. So if you want to add it, you can. So that's for people that like, I don't need it or whatever. but whatever. Probably helps them, especially when they're putting that on the strops for availability for suppliers, maybe. Because if you don't really like, hey, I want the Badlands, but I don't really need a sway bar disconnect, then that's a way of doing that. They added the high clearance fender flares, which is not showing those on here. So high clearance would be the wider fender flare, and it's still showing the narrow one. And they changed the wording on the Haas 2.0 suspension to say off-road suspension with rear Bilstein position sensitive dampers. I talked to somebody over Ford, and they didn't know whether or not it meant that the front ones weren't going to be Bilstein. Anyway, I just assumed that they're not. Maybe the rear ones aren't necessarily. They might be Bilstein, but maybe not the position sensitive dampers. I don't know. They added the heated steering wheel to the mid package. That's where you get your heated steering wheel now, is on the mid package on the Badlands. Not the other mid package. So Big Ben couldn't get heated steering wheel, which it should. Should add that.
Right.
On the Lux package, they removed the LED spotlight on the mirror, and they removed the universal garage door opener too. And then on this, you can get the sway bar disconnect two ways. One is as standalone option without going Sasquatch, or it's going to be included in the Sasquatch package as well. So that's a way to go there. Now, they also did change the Haas 3.0. They removed the note that said not available with four-door with the 2.3 automatic. So they removed that note. So I assume it will be. And then they removed the mud terrain tires as an option.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're getting RT tires on this. So now something else that I did not catch until I went to the back pages of the order guide is this right here. Wait a minute. Oh, got to be four-door only. Go back. I need a four-door. Badlands four-door. So down here, we have different color tops. So white's available with any color top. So yes, you can get like two tones here. Now some are, you got to watch your descriptions here because some are available and some aren't. So with ruby red, you got to make sure you add the body color painted top. Ruby red's available with the carbonized gray roof. So there you go. We got to go to this,
there,
right? So that one's available. Avalanche is available. I noticed a lot of times it's like the medium grays and light grays. Don't know if Desert Sand's available or not. It is not. See, it wants me to switch to a different color. The blue's not. Now, being a KU fan, I would want the red with the blue. But come on now. So those are the ones that are available with red. So like I was trying to mess around with some of these. So we do have the
yes,
we do have avalanche color, and that what's that available with? Marsh gray. Yep, it's available with marsh gray. I don't know. Carbonized gray roof. Yeah,
I like that.
that's not bad. It gets you kind of a darker on the top. Although I think I'd go the other route if I went there. And then, of course, that's body colored. You'd already get that. Desert sand, that's available. And then I don't think it's available with the blue or the red.
It should be. Yes.
Is it really?
Yes.
Avalanche with the blue.
I like
And then I don't think the red's available, though. Because it's a different. Yes. Oh, it is. So that one's available in almost all the colors. Okay.
See, with those, I would add stripes of matching color along the sides.
So, by the way, if you get a non-matching hardtop at McArthur, we are going to require about a $5,000 deposit because that may not sell on our lot. So we're just saying we're going to be asking for a hefty deposit if you get a mixtured roof like this. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Let's see, what have we got? Desert sand. So what's that available with? You have that's available with the Martian gray.
Oh, I like that. Gives it
carbon gray available with that. Looks like it. Avalanche. Nope, not available with avalanche. And I don't know if it's available. Nope, it's not available with the blue. And I don't think it's available with the red. No. So there's only a couple colors there that it's available with. So anyway, so black, is this black? No, that's the marsh gray. Black is not
Okay,
available
this
with
is-
any other tops other than black hardtop. By the way, you can't get it. You can't
Why-
get gray.
So I can get avalanche with whatever I want, but I can't get black with a blue top. That's what I want.
No.
Black with a blue top, and I'm going to add blue stripes down the sides.
You can't get
Oh,
okay, there you go.
marsh
I was like, we
gray.
were on marsh gray. What happened? So you can't get it with the that's marsh gray. Avalanche. Can you get it with avalanche? Ooh, I don't know about that. Maybe that could grow on me.
Oh,
Now that I kind of like. So the marsh gray with the desert sand.
that definitely gives it like a desert
All right.
vibe for sure.
Yep, but I don't think it's available with the blue or the red. So.
Mhm.
Oh, it's available with the red.
Ooh, okay. I can get somewhat behind that.
I don't know. Velocity blue, not available with the red top, probably.
Try it. All right.
It's available with the red top. Nope. It is available with the desert sand.
Okay.
Maybe. Now, avalanche might not look too bad with it.
Ooh, I like that because avalanche already has like a blue undertone to it.
And carbon gray doesn't look too bad.
No,
I think it looks better than black hardtop.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
They just will include the black paint into all this stuff.
And marsh gray.
Marsh gray. And then what's color is this? Carb gray. Let's go through carb gray. Oh, can't get that one. You can get avalanche with it. Carb gray with avalanche.
Ooh,
Doesn't look too bad.
like
I
that.
think you can get it with desert sand. Again, that just the
Another-
opposite of what we had earlier, right? But it's not available, I
Please
don't
tell me you can
believe.
get blue.
Can you get it with the red? Can't get it with the red
That
either.
would look so pretty.
Now, white, all of them are available with white. I did notice that earlier. So you can get white.
So I can't get any of them with black, but I can get all of them with white and avalanche.
Yeah.
What gives? I want black with a blue
Yeah.
roof, and I want blue stripes down the side. Like,
So what you do is you trade for somebody that has the others.
oh, that's what you do.
There's a white and there's
You
a
ask
blue.
someone to order the white with the blue top, and then swap them.
See, just like earlier, I was saying the Heritage Edition, like I liked it with the blue color. See, I don't like it this way. It's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like wearing certain colors with khaki pants. It's that same thing. But there you go. That is available this year, and I wanted to play around with that. But Strop Edition moved from 2-door to 4-door. Removed the rear floor mats.
I want to talk to a designer.
They also removed the LED spotlights and the universal garage door openers. And then also on the Strop, they did remove the tailgate table. They removed the tube doors and the spare tire covers. And then the Raptor, the only thing they did was they added the rear display, the full display rear view mirror. Last year at Job 2, that was a standalone option. It is standard equipment this year. They also removed the universal garage door opener and LED spotlight. And on the Heritage Edition, the only thing they did was they made the 2.3 liter be available with the automatic, which wasn't available last year, I guess. But there you go. So there's that. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I didn't, like I said, I didn't catch the roof thing until I got to I was looking through the order guide and I was getting to the colors and I'm like, okay, I like to pull these out so that I can go through the colors available. And then I got to this thing that's this one page that showed the Badlands 4-door paint color roof combinations. And I went, what, huh? And I had to, really? And then I pulled up the building price and sure enough, and then I'm like, okay, well, building price has it, but is that the way it really is? Let's go back to the order guide or to actually, let's try to order one. And sure enough, when you go to the Badlands 4-door, there is this option and you pick once you pick your color, then it'll gray out everything you can't get. So you know what colors you can get. So you can order them right now. So there you go. crazy stuff. We probably lost so many people while we were going through all those colors, but it was fun for me.
I want to talk to a Ford designer. I want to talk to someone that's on the Bronco team. Pick their brain.
There's going to be some executive at KU that wants the blue and the red. Come on now. Buffalo Bills. I bet you Buffalo Bills quarterback would want one.
Is the interior painted the same color on painted tops?
Oh, you mean underneath?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think, if I remember right, on the Badlands, because I noticed that when we got our Badlands in for 25, that they did not have the headliner wasn't the carpet all the way. It was those round pieces,
Oh, yeah.
right? So it was, you mean, okay, because I think they're normally white underneath and they're just painting the outside.
Yeah.
I don't think they're painting the underneath.
I
Again,
saw
we
one
don't
today
have,
that was black.
we don't have any of these in stock.
That's right.
Now we do have we did for the first time, we get a Badlands 2-door. Did you see that it had a body colored top on the 2-door Badlands back there? We got a ruby red 2-door Badlands in stock with the body colored hardtop in ruby red. It's back there at Pictures. We'll get a picture tomorrow. That looked pretty cool.
We have a brown one back there. Is that marsh gray?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your marsh gray. So we got a couple. We got a couple of those. We got some heritage editions in stock.
Ashley's is marsh gray, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's driving that one. This morning I saw one driving around at like 8 a.m. I'm like, that's not Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw it had no tag on it. I was like, huh, who's driving that? It was Michael. I was gonna make a joke. Are you gonna match your sister now?
We did have one that was an FCTP that just came out too. So
yeah,
anyway.
He was looking at it.
All right, questions. Got any questions about this?
Yeah. Alrighty. Sorry. Okay, they don't pertain to what we were talking to except for the wheels. I've done that before. They had asked a few weeks ago what we did with the wheels that we take off of things and we replace with different wheels. If they're from a higher trim level or something, we'll take a lower trim level. We'll throw those on there. We'll put together a performance package.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of times you see that with when we do that trimmer R package, we will put a different wheel on it.
Yeah.
An upgraded wheel, an aftermarket wheel, and then we'll take those wheels and we'll make a package out of it on like an XL or an STX.
Mm-hmm.
So which is what we've done on our off-road package that we have for the F-150.
Mm-hmm.
That was the trimmer wheel that we put on our STX trucks.
So on Maverick, we're just replacing the Steely, aren't we? On some of those?
Yes, and then we're throwing the steel wheels out.
Yeah.
So if it's a steel wheel, just a plain steel wheel, we usually won't keep them because most people are going to upgrade. They don't want to downgrade.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you're one of those that loves your Steelies or doesn't mind them and you're needing a new rim, you can always give us a call and see if we have any.
Heads-up display. Somebody, Paul asked about that. On what vehicle?
Right.
There's a heads-up display on Bronco Sport, or Ranger.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're talking F-150, Super Duty, what. But heads-up display, I can tell you this on F-150, they took that out as not even part of packages. So on Raptor, it's not there at all. It's gone. It was removed from the Raptor. It was standard equipment on the Raptor last year, but in 26 it is not on the F-150 Raptor.
Yeah.
So they removed it. It's not in the order guide. It's not showing it anywhere. Before it was in the order guide, and I noticed it wasn't. So they removed it. We thought maybe it would, maybe be in some of the others, but it's gone. So.
So my other questions also pertain to wheels, asking if we have some trimmer Maverick wheels sitting around. If you ever want to know if we have any spare wheels that we have, that we've taken off something, just call and ask for our aftermarket team. They'll know if they're either planning to take them off or if they have taken them off before.
Yeah.
But typically we don't mess with the trimmer.
Yeah, the trimmers, when we put the trimmer R package on there, then we take those wheels and we put them on.
No, on the Maverick.
We don't have trimmer Mavericks.
Right. But he's asking if we did have some, and we typically didn't mess with the trimmer Maverick.
No, no.
But you can order them if you have the Trimmer Maverick VIN.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I look at it, and every time, I think I have a 21 Bronco, and every year, kind of think, hey, I want to upgrade, and that kind of stuff. But
Every time you look at everything, you're like, why would I?
I mean, the only thing that would be, vents in the back would be kind of nice and the bigger screen, but it's not, or I guess both screens are bigger, but they're not enough for me. I'm good with the 8-inch screen on or the digital cluster that I have now, and I'm fine with the 8-inch touchscreen. It's not enough for me to upgrade to. Not when you figure you got to redo everything and all that. Because I've ordered a couple Broncos and put in my name, and then they say, "Hey, there's a Bronco that came in for you," and they're expecting me that I'm getting it. I'm like, no, that's for the lot. I ordered that in that specification because I felt like we needed some of those, and we weren't really ordering them. But that one has I need to find it though, because it's got one of the Ford Custom Garage Coastal. I think it's a Coastal package put on it. So we do have another Big Ben, but it doesn't have the Black Diamond package. It's a Big Ben mid package with the Coastal package, and that is it. And I think it's in a different color. I think it's desert sand.
Right.
So.
All right. Those were all the questions I had. Any more out there? No, I got curious. So we've talked about how when I do my podcast, I'm like, oh, I don't have my microphone with my sunflower on it. I'm going to replace that with the all women driven logo. But I was like, I can just pick this up out of here and put it in that one. It would be super easy to switch them.
You just got to worry about the cord. So it's real easy to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you remember, but when we were downstairs, when I did my individual videos, I'd use your mic.
Yeah.
So,
but the way
it was looking, I wouldn't see it. It was the other direction.
When it faced me, you could see it, but when it faced you,
I actually one time took these off to move it around and realized how hard it was to get it back in the right place. I'm like, I'm not doing that again.
But you typically kept it
down
here and didn't show that portion.
Yep. This podcast is brought to you by Sure and Wendy's.
They didn't get Chick-fil-A tonight. They got Wendy's.
Yeah, I needed to. Your mom wasn't able to stop, so Wendy's is so much closer. I'm just going to Wendy's. I got right back. I ain't got time to go clear down there. But all right, nothing. No questions.
No.
All right. Yeah, we'll be doing, like I said, build and price on these. So tomorrow night we'll have Bronco and Bronco Sport Big Ben, and that'll be a big one on both of those because Big Ben is one of those trims that has so many more options available. So, oh, by the way, kind of wrapping up this, the colored tops I think are kind of cool, but I don't know. I guess I look at it and go,
okay,
that's fine, but I don't understand why they're not available on the Outer Banks though.
Yeah. So for me, that's fun. That's a pop of color that I can add to my vehicle and have some fun with. Like I could see that getting popular with women, definitely.
But I look at some of them and go, to be honest, I would rather have some of these other colors than black.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, let's say I like Velocity Blue as a color, right? It's going to ask me to kick that off, right? But, oops, I meant to do that. Right? But let's say instead of a Velocity Blue hardtop, I don't want a black carbonized or a black one, but like something like that looks fun. Or even I think, what was it? Gray? Was carbonized gray available?
Mm-hmm.
See, to me, I like that look better than a black.
That had I had some carb gray wheels. Ooh.
Right. So okay, well the Sasquatch package isn't carb gray anymore. But let's say if it was, that might be that thing to do.
Like add some take those wheels, make them carb gray, or get some carb gray wheels. That would be.
And technically, those wheels are carb gray. Did you know that?
Those look so dark.
Or maybe they're not.
They look like they're black.
Now, if you go with the original Sasquatch package, They were carb gray. Right?
Switchies. Anyone
Right?
out there with a
Now those look almost black, but yeah.
but no,
Technically, those are a
carb gray.
carb gray.
They just
See?
look really dark.
Yeah. So I think it'd probably look good with that. But
I mean, get some matching carb gray wheels. Have, get some carb gray accents on there.
but I have said though that if the next thing I'd get would be a Badlands. If I got an upgrade, it'd be a Badlands. It's disappointing to me is that they won't let you have any other color roofs with a black.
That's extremely disappointing.
Right?
I could see so many people wanting the black with any other color.
You could get one of these lighter colors and it'll look all right. Now, maybe not a blue or red, but what about these other three?
The blue would pop. It would be very vibrant and bright and really bring some color to that black.
I don't know, though.
Add some blue graphics to the side of that, and you have a pretty cool car.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's surprising they won't let you add any of them. Yep, can't get any of them. So that's
I just want to see what it looks like with the blue.
Yep.
Just to see.
But yes. Anyway, and even I think that what was it, red with the marsh gray didn't look that bad to me either.
No.
See, then you get the Sasquatch the graphics package on there.
Ooh.
I'll just stick with my soft top. But no, you can go with one of these. What was it? Which one was it? It was I think Marsh Gray was on that. Marsh Gray might be the best looking one. And then, oh no, once you click off of that. Okay, well let's say you go with that, and then you added that package. But there you go.
I'm pretty sure it was desert sand.
I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know. But you add that graphics on it, and there you go. I don't know. Sasquatch it up.
Well, it is 9 o'clock.
All right. Anyway, it's kind of fun, but I am a little surprised that they're not allowing for that on the Outer Banks, just the Badlands edition. Because I'd want a sway bar disconnect, so I'd go Badlands, standard Badlands. Need the mid package, then I get a heated steering wheel. Add the sway bar disconnect, right, and then I would do like a blue with the hard top, and then add the soft top.
Can you take the doors off?
Yeah, on the pictures you can. Supposed to. So then take your colored roof off. Oh, it won't let you because you add they want you to be able to see it. So there you go. Anyway, yeah, fun stuff. But all right, well, that's all we got. But yeah, we'll be doing those videos. We'll get those out. So yes, it's root beer. What's it, Tim's Cup? We got us root beer tonight. But there you go. Anyway, all right, that's all I got. Nothing more. But yeah, we'll get those videos out. We'll work pretty hard on that. So I actually need to get those notes done tonight on those. Base was real easy to do because there was no changes to the base from last year. So I was able to just grab last year's notes and just do the video today. That was pretty easy to do. But on the Big Bend, since it's not standard mid package like it was at the beginning of last year when I first did those videos, I'll need to kind of go back and take off the mid package stuff from that. If I want, I can either take the Big Bend from last year and take off the mid package stuff, or take the base and just add the few things that base or the Big Bend gets, and then I'll get those packages going. And we'll get those done. So, and we'll be using on Bronco, we'll be using the 26 Bronco building price for the standard equipment. I'll do it like I did last time on the options. I'll move over because I do like how our website breaks out the optional equipment instead of Ford's website where they put like, if it's a DIO accessory, factory option, it doesn't matter if it's extra interior, that it slides it in onto one. And I don't like that. I like to break out so people know, hey, these are this, and I don't want to bounce back and forth from a DIO and everything else. So I'll be using our build and price for the optional equipment when we get to that part of it. But when we get to package everything, I do like when you click on it, it does change the look of the vehicle. So we will use Ford's build and price on the Bronco, but not Bronco Sport, of course. Actually, we might use it for the 25. We'll use the 25 build and price, but there you go.
All right.
So, all right, that's it. So anyway, all right, be looking for those videos starting tomorrow. We'll get the Bronco and Bronco Sport Big Ben on Built Wild Wednesday, and then we'll start going from that through the week. And then tomorrow, the order banks are supposed to open up for the mach-e. The build and price won't be available until later. I'll probably go through that some point tomorrow night, and go through and see what's different on the mach-e, and be doing a video. Probably actually won't be ready Thursday morning, probably Friday morning for that one. We'll try to get that out because it'll be too hard to get that out Thursday morning. So I'll be working on Bronco, and we'll try to get that video live. And it may be actually this weekend. We'll see, but we'll get that one out there as well whenever we can. So, all right, that's all I got. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Hope you guys had a good time. And yeah, till next one, stay positive, be kind to one another.
And be kind to yourself.
We'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Bye.